Thank you. Uh, Thank you very much, gentlemen. I appreciate what you do for our country and all those like you out there. So I want to associate myself with Senator Whitehouse. I think we need to get to the root cause of funding and all the shadow organizations that actually benefit drug cartels. You all agree with that, right? The money laundering is real. Senator Padilla's concerns about drugs, arms coming from America into Mexico, arming the cartels, that's very real. I'd like to do something about that. But my question is, do we have a willing partner in Mexico? The question for me is the government of Mexico in charge of their country, or is it the cartels when it comes to drugs and human trafficking? What would you say, Mr. Stevens?
Thank you for your question, sir. Currently, Mexico is being a good partner with us. They've increased our transnational criminal investigative unit footprint there, which allows us to take investigations that are occurring on U.S. soil and expand them into Mexico, helping us better identify the net.
Why are the cartels so strong in Mexico? I mean, is it fair to say that there are parts of Mexico they control completely, Mr. Perez?
Thank you, sir. Again, I'll go back to my earlier comments that there is obviously corruption is prevalent down there. There's areas where
How much of Mexico is under cartel control?
I don't have any numbers, sir.
Would
Part
it
of our
be
mission down there, sir.
10% of the country, 20%?
I can't comment on that, sir. I can
Okay.
tell you that part
Can
of
you
our
get
mission.
back with me about it?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Allen, why is it such a problem in Mexico? You know, he talked about corruption. Is the government serious about dealing with cartel problems in Mexico?
I think historically, that's been one of the biggest obstacles that we faced. When
Is
I
it
was in
changed
Mexico,
dramatically?
We do have optimism that it is changing, sir, yes.
Okay, well, that's good. You get back with me. Do we know where there are fentanyl labs operating today?
I don't have that information with me.
No,
to be
I
quite
mean,
honest
you
with
have to
but
pinpoint it, but is it fairly well known where some of these labs are?
we routinely receive like informant information and reliable information.
Is that right, Mr.
Tells
Stevens?
us where these fentanyl labs are at, yes.
Yes, sir. I know we have some information. As I indicated previously, we had one of the largest seizures in Mexico's history of pressed fentanyl of 1.5 tons,
Yeah.
and that was related to information we provided to them. We've also identified,
You provided it to them.
yes, that is correct.
Okay. Mr. Perez, has there ever been a joint operation between the United States and Mexico where we partnered with them and went into Mexico to take down a drug lab?
Yes, sir. I'd say we've partnered with them more in the intelligence piece. Obviously, Mexico's
No,
been
I'm talking about going down and actually taking the thing down.
where we are physically there conducting operations, sir. I'm not familiar with any.
So how many people a year die from fentanyl poisoning coming from Mexico, Mr. Allen?
Fentanyl poisoning itself, tough to say. The number of people that passed away in 2023 from drug overdoses and drug poisonings was about 107,000. Approximately 70% of that is related to fentanyl, sir.
Okay, so that's a lot of people, right?
It's more than Vietnam, Afghanistan, and Iraq combined.
Just hear what the gentleman said. It's more than all those wars combined. President Trump talked about using military force against drug cartels. Do you think that would help, Mr. Allen?
Sir, I can only speak for my position as Special Agent in charge of LA. Those are decisions made at the Department of Defense and DA headquarters, and I'm not prepared.
So he's openly talked about taking down some of these drug cartels and laboratories by using military force. I would encourage him to keep thinking that way. Generally speaking, is Mexico the problem or the solution, the government, when it comes to drug cartels? Mr. Allen?
I think they're in a unique position to be both.
Well, generally speaking.
Generally speaking, that's where it comes from, sir. So that would be a
Ms.
problem.
Stevens?
I agree with the same comment. I think they're uniquely positioned to be both.
But are they more the problem or the solution?
I think they can be both.
No,
I
that's
think we-
not the question. You got to pick. Do you know?
I would say right now they're a solution for us. They've been actioning our information. We've provided them.
Okay. Mr. Perez, do you agree with that?
Yes, sir, I agree with that, and their cooperation is the solution. I will also say that many,
So you think the Mexican government is providing solutions to the cartel problems?
they are providing solutions, yes, sir. They could provide more. There's more capacity there, and we're trying to build on that. I will also say that members of the Mexican law enforcement have died serving action on behalf of the United
I
States
appreciate
government.
that. So we had testimony about a month ago, quite the opposite. Just seems to me that they're mostly the problem, not the solution, because there's so many of these organizations operating out in the open. They literally have control of large parts of Mexico. So I'm glad to hear they're doing better, but from my point of view, they're not doing enough.